Hey everybody, it's your girl Dr. Kelz and welcome to Kicking It with Kelz. I'm here, it's live and direct where real talk meets real attitude and you get all this realness going on with me. Um, I'm on this podcast journey and I told you guys that I got to get some people here to talk to me because that's how I thrive the most in the environment. But here we are and why not talk? So I've been doing these little videos about betrayal, and it's crazy because it's been all up in my Kool-Aid. Um, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a warning for me. I don't know if it's for someone else, but I can't shake it. And it's strong. It's strong. Um, Betrayal. What does betrayal mean to me? Um, Probably what it means to most people. Somebody does something to you that's unexpected. Um, You look at it and you sit back and you're like, wow, I cannot believe that person did that. I can't believe they did that to me. Um, Sense of betrayal, right? Cheating, backbiting, talking behind your back, someone you're supposed to be cool with, and they're talking about you, things like that. It's all a form of betrayal, all of it, right? You can't change it. It is what it is. But I'm a loyal person. So in order to feel betrayed, you got to be loyal to someone, right? So what does loyalty look like? Loyalty look like 10 toes down in the dirt, standing firm on 2 feet, right? I in my life have been loyal to a fault, loyal to a place where it hurt me, loyal to a place where um you stay involved in something that you shouldn't, all out of loyalty, right? I'm here. I'm going a distance. It's like marriage. Um, Sickness, boredness till death do us part. No matter what, you're loyal, that type of loyalty. So when I let people in my circle or allow them to get close to me, I have an expectation of loyalty because I'm loyal to them. So if it's not being reciprocated or it's not being brought back, it's a different level of hurt. And what I've found over the years is when disloyal things happen to me in my life, I'm a very patient person, right? So I'll look past it, I'll get over it. But there eventually comes a time, right, where I'm not doing this anymore. Now I'm looking at you completely different. Maybe the first time it was a mistake because I'm a very analytical person, right? So anybody that knows me knows that I done thought of every scenario, looked up one side, down the other, all around. I will give people the benefit of the doubt. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, right? No big deal. Maybe it did happen like that. But the problem is the first time that it happens, my lens is completely different. So anything that you do, I'm on it. I can't not see it. So even when I try to make a provision for someone who may have done something that was displeasing to me, or I felt like it was a level of disloyalty, I still turn the other cheek. But my radar is military sharp, laser sharp, dropping bombs sharp. And that's a problem. And it can be very overwhelming. So when I say things like this whole disloyalty thing that is just popping up on me. Like I said, I don't know where it's coming from, but it's not leaving me alone. So I know that there is something that has to do with it. So um, hopefully it's not for me, but I don't want it to be for anybody else either. But um, I don't play people too close. I don't let too many people in. Working on it. Something I need to work on because I've been burnt so many times. Just burnt so many times, a crazy amount of times because I want people to be who I want them to be, not who they really are. And you know what they say? When people show you who they really are, believe it. Don't turn a blind eye to it. Don't try to change it into something. You are wasting so much time in your life because 9 times out of 10, the person that snuck on in there, that's the real person. You were getting the makeup wearing person. You were getting the person with the lipstick. That's the person you were getting. But when that lipstick comes off, it ain't the same, baby. Ain't no way, no how, no type of nothing. So take it from me. Um, when people show you who they are, and you know what? And I'm not saying that people don't change. I'm not saying any of that because you know what they do. They do. There are some people that do change, and there are some people that, they put the work in and they want something different. But mistakes and repeated behavior, which is pattern, two different things, three different things. When people show you, you need to act accordingly. Bottom line, I have wasted so much time in my life following people. I need to get my nails done, uh, or I need to do my nails. But following people, being around people, hoping that they would be the person that I see them as, or the person I see that they should be, the person that, the person that I desire them to be. Because I see the good stuff. I see people's potential. I invest in potential, and it can be a very long road, hard road, because they might not end up being the person you want them to be. And then where does that leave you? I know where it's left me. Taking the bulk, right? Taking the brunt of the pain, sitting in the loneliness, the quietness, trying to figure out how can I get this person where they need to be? Well, that's not my responsibility. Not at all. It's not my responsibility. It's the responsibility of the other person. And then it's not even their responsibility because you can't make somebody be who you want them to be. So getting in this cat and mouse game, that you're chasing a type of loyalty that you give, it can be hurtful. It can be immobilizing. It can put you in a place of numb. It can put you in a place of distrust. It can put you in a place that you have nothing to give no one else because you don't trust them enough to give them anything that has to do with you. And that's a lonely place. It's a very lonely place. Um, so loyalty, being loyal to people, um, individuals, organizations, might be your job. I don't know. Being loyal to something that's not reciprocating any of that back to you, it's not going to end well for you, not the other person, because the other person gets all the benefits. I would love to get my benefits. I would love to get the benefits that come from me that I give to other people. That would be so lit. But again, people aren't me. People don't see the way I see. People don't have that type of energy. Everybody is working in a place of where they are, where they're at, working on their own issues, right? You know, I don't care what type of relationship it is, it could be with a friend, it could be with a parent, it could be with a loved one, it could be with someone you're romantically involved in with, I don't know, anybody, any type of relationship, right? Not equally yoked. To me, loyalty is a core value. Some people might be master manipulators. Some people might be um, attention seekers, people pleasers. So you're loyal to someone who just wants something from you, or you're loyal to someone because they like that you're always there for them. They like that they can just pick up the phone and just start saying whatever and you're not going to hang up. They're with you and they like it because they are getting the benefit. You can't expect people to reciprocate. So what happens when you address the issue, or you tell somebody they're disloyal? Any of that, what happens? A couple of things could happen. They might not want to hear it. Um, they receive it and maybe they try to change. Um, maybe they just fall off and you don't see them no more. You don't talk to them no more. 9 times out of 10, though, if you're a person that has a lot of loyalty, the odds of you addressing it are going to be very, very small. I've had to learn this. Because you still always have that hope, right? You're winning. What I know this person can be, I love what this person can be, you know? Y'all see how long my hair is? Look at that. I know it snaps up. See how it snaps up? Yeah. Look how long it is. It's crazy. Yeah, I know. Sidebar. Sidebar. I know. It just, it was just bothering me. The way it's kind of just hanging there. So, okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Regularly scheduled program. Um, yeah, so it's a lot. I'd love to know what you guys think about that. But you can be loyal to a fault, where it faults you, not the other person. Because, like I said, they're getting your benefit. They're getting your benefit. So, just something that I'm thinking about because it's been on my mind. And prayerfully, I'm not the one on the betrayal side. Hmm. Yeah, I use the word betrayal, right? Because we talk about disloyalty, right? It is a form of betrayal. a form. Betrayal is intense. It's one thing when, you know, you feel like somebody's being disloyal, hanging out with people that we're talking about you and you're wondering if they're engaging in a conversation or whatever the case may be. Betrayal, baby, get that knife out of my back. You just threw some hot grits on me. That's the type of betrayal that I'm talking about. Like, it's no turning back from it. Hold on a second, y'all. Yeah, it's no turning back from that. Not at all. Like, betrayal. And you know what's crazy? There have been people that have betrayed me, and I was able to move on, and at some point forgive, right? Because they say we're supposed to forgive, um, forgive, never forget, obviously. But growing up, maturing, looking at the situation for what it was, whether it be right, wrong, good, bad, or indifferent, right? Because can't nobody tell you how to feel. But looking at that situation and really processing it, and trying to seek understanding, because one thing I haven't said yet is when you feel betrayed or someone is disloyal to you, it's from a person you care about. It's not from the person you meet on the street or the person you just start working with or whatever the case may be. You, we're talking about someone that you love and care about. So, in one of the short videos, I was talking about, like, what do you do when you can't act like the person doesn't exist, right? I'm talking, it could be a family member, right? Member of your church, could be your pastor. I don't know. It could be anybody. You put the person in there because I know human behavior, and we've all experienced this on some type of level. So when you love someone, that's when the betrayal stings. That's when the betrayal hurts. It's not when you don't know the person, right? That's what we might call disrespect. Like, oh, this person disrespectful, or oh, I knew they was going to do X, Y, Z. It's not the same. In order for someone to betray you, you have to care. You gotta care. So all of y'all that walk around and you be talking about, oh, I don't care, whatever, I'm not talking to that person no more. What these young kids say, you're capping, because you do care. And instead of saying you care, you're going to be quiet and you're going to internalize all of it, which is going to make you angry and bitter. Oh, I don't care. They can do whatever. I didn't like them anyway. I didn't want them around me. Stop lying. It's not true. Just admit it. Admit it. I loved and cared about someone and they betrayed me in a way that, ain't no coming back from. And I know what that is. And you know what? Here I am standing, I'm pushing a birthday. If you know how old I am, you know how old I am. But I have been able to recover from betrayal. I've been able to speak to people that I felt betrayed by, um, in a positive manner. I'm not that person that happened to anymore. And I'm not walking around with it, like, whatever. But they say, oh, you wilding. They was wilding back then. I was a victim of it. It's all good. It's over and done with. Um, I'm sure I, in my day, have betrayed someone or somebody had those feelings toward me. Unfortunately, we just don't talk about these things. We rather just act like we don't care or act like we mad. What they say, on sight. It's on sight when I see you. That's the level of disrespect, betrayal that I'm feeling. It's not solving nothing. You go years and years and years. We watch TV, we watch all these shows or whatever. This person, oh, that was my baby daddy. He was my best friend. Y'all had a baby together. Oh, you were sleeping with my sister. Oh, I could go on and on and on, right? About just different levels of betrayal. You stole my money. You did this. You did that. You were sabotaging me in any area of your life. I could pull some type of betrayal out. The bottom line is, if you really didn't care, you wouldn't have a reaction to it. Point blank, period. Sometimes you got to keep it under wraps because, you're worried about how it might impact other people. But the reality of the situation is, I'm going to say 8 out of 10 times. I could say 9 out of 10 times, but as time progresses, right? As it progresses, you might think a little bit differently. It might not be as strong 10 years after it happened, 15 years after it happened. Um, it just might not be. But either way, we learn how to walk in these spaces because of the things that have happened to us. So if you're around someone who is distrustful, they have a hard time trusting people. They won't give you their 100% self if you're in a relationship. That person is suffering from some type of trauma, something that has happened, that they're unwilling to give you that part of them. They are protected constantly. You know, that age old, oh, put a wall up. No, they have a boundary up, a strong one. And it doesn't matter how good it is, that little tiny part of them is like, oh no, I can't be all in because if I'm all in, what's going to happen? They're just going to mess around and they're just going to hurt me. They're going to break my heart. They're going to do whatever. Um, it creates a space where you just sit back and you're like, yeah, well, I'm okay. I'm going to remove myself from the situation before it happens because it's happened so many times to me that it is what it is, you know? It's like the opposite of the get me before I get them. It's like, let me get away from this before it happens. But what if it never happens? What if you never take the chance to find out? Then what? You might miss out on the best thing that ever happened to you. The best job, friendship, relationship. You never know. So constantly going through rejection, betrayal, disloyalty definitely will create a space where you crawl into that cave and you don't want to let anybody in. And it will impact you because it's never 100%. It's never fulfilled. All of you is not fulfilled because there is a constant barrier there that says, not today. This is so good. I'm so in love. And you're like, yep, nope, can't do it. He or she is no different. So you constantly take this baggage with you, and it does impact you negatively. So just some food for thought, some things that I've been thinking about. I gave you a little bit of me, um, just a little bit, just a little snippet, just a little bit, just a little bit. But when you go through things, your lens is different, you know, and it takes a lot of work to back up off of that and say, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. Everybody's not the same. Every experience is not the same. And if you find that you're attracting the same type of person or get in the same type of situations and you have a pattern, you need to look at yourself. That's what I had to do. I had to look at myself. What am I doing that I am attracting? What hurts me? What am I missing? And that is another conversation, right? Because we can go into that too. Um, it was very interesting exploring that. So um, sometimes all roads do lead to you. It doesn't matter how it started. It matters how you finish it. And the sooner you understand that, the closer you're going to be to freedom and being your whole self, right? So, like I said, this whole betrayal thing, I don't know why it's stuck on my mind. I don't even know if this video is going to come out okay. So I don't know if you're going to get the video or if you're going to get the audio. Haven't decided yet. We'll see. But that's where I'm at. So thanks for hopping in. Thanks for listening to this episode of Kicking It with Kelz. I hope you come back. I have a lot to say, a lot to talk about. And I can't wait to have people on that we can get this dialogue going and I can really be myself because if you've been following me, you know, I think it's weird talking to yourself. So even though I've gotten a little bit better, um, I still have a long way to go. So I need some of my friends and my colleagues to help me out to create an environment that everyone can begin to heal and everyone can feel empowered and everyone can feel like they have a voice and matter. So real talk with Kelz, kicking it with Dr. Kelz. Stay tuned for more episodes. Grace, peace, and blessings over your life. And I will see you on the next podcast episode.